Yo, man, are you trying to be fashionable and comfortable at the same damn time? I am all day, every day, okay? That's why I F with Bird Dogs, okay? They got these pants that are soft, like stretchy, comfy pants, but they also look good, feel good, and they look like dressy pants, okay? The material feels so light and nice. Sometimes I wear like dress pants and I'm tugging at my crotch area all night because I'm just not comfortable. These things are comfortable, bro. Okay, and for a limited time, our listeners get a free hat with any order when you use code DUDES at birddogs.com. Get the hat completely free when you use code DUDES at birddogs.com. Okay, support our show and let them know we sent you.
Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dude behind the foods. That's actually really fucking good.
David, so
today we are going to do Japanese gum chewing.
Oh, okay.
ASMR.
Oh, and a whole hour of a gum chewing. Oh.
They always have some random like hot bitch just do random noise. Hi guys. So today I'm going to pretend to be a pharmacist. Hello, sir. What are you here for?
It's very fucking hot.
Okay. I'm just more like, I could hear the spit in your fucking mouth, man.
Well, not gonna lie, bro. You ever watch ASMR shit?
Dude, that's the only thing that would help me sleep. I still do it now.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah, remember chiropractic back cracks? Specifically Russian ones with girls with big asses?
Oh, yeah.
So I get sleepy and my dick is hard at the same time. I go down and up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I used to, I never really knew what ASMR was until I did a video reacting to ASMR for some other channel, like some Fine Bro shit. And then I got home that day because they had talked about how people, like, you know, find it so relaxing. And I was like, let me see what this shit's about. Fucking put on my headphones. This was when I was just living by myself. Watched it for like 20 seconds. I was out.
Yeah.
Fucking some chick tapping her nails on some bean jars and shit.
I have like, I kind of find where the footage is, but as a joke, and this was during pandemic, I did like 5 ASMR videos, but as my North Korean Kim Jong-il character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I did it as a joke. I don't know where the footage is. But it's not like it's hard to recreate.
Right.
But then I just was like, this is so stupid. It's only going to make me laugh.
But no, I guarantee people were going to sleep to it, jacking off to it, like making sweet love to it.
It's just like one of the first episode is just me talking about how useless you are. Like as a person, it's like, you know, one day you're gonna die, nobody gonna care. It was just the stupidest project. I think I showed Meryl. She goes, "This is so bad." I'm like, all right.
No, bring it back,
Okay,
dog.
maybe I'll just do. I have to go find all the whole outfit. I bought a North Korean outfit. I don't know where the fuck it is.
One time I did this, I did like an affirmation, like a positive affirmation. But like I started off like I was like, okay, now you know, just take a deep breath, you know, inhale all the positive, exhale the negative, and then I started going into like I did like 5 minutes about how, you know, sometimes you wake up and you know you have your morning erection, you have to take a poop, but it's difficult because you can't push your erection down because it might touch the water, or might touch the top of the toilet bowl, and then you can't put it on top of the toilet because then you push your poop, a little bit of pee comes out, gets on the ground.
ASMR's trippy, dude. There's like these. There's this girl who I follow, ASMR Twix, millions of views. Remember, she just goes around getting pampered.
You tweeted about her before, talked about her, yeah.
There's a few other people who do that too, but they don't do it as well as her. And obviously, she's very pretty too, right? Yeah. Which helps out, but. Going to Japan, like I didn't realize how many like service stuff that they have. Like they have it now where you get like scalp massages, which dude, I would get that, but I think they would just rip out my remaining few hairs. That'd just be hideous.
My dad used to say, you know, like when I was growing up, he'd be like, you know, in Thailand, it's a place will give you haircut and hand job for $20.
Not that I know. Not that I know. I heard from my other friends.
Would you like some mezcal to start?
Let's do it.
Start your 11 a.m. day here. I was at the liquor store before we started, and I thought, you know, what's a good drink to start the day? And I thought mezcal feels like it's healthy.
It tastes like tires.
Yeah, you know, I think when something tastes a little yucky, are we sipping or shooting? Sipping, huh?
Oh, sipping.
When something feels a little yucky, it feels like it's healthy. You know, I like my cough medicine to be a little gross. And it's something, I think I saw some video, man, where this dude was saying he takes like a shot of mezcal every day, and you know that's why he's so healthy or some shit like that. It was an older dude.
There's that one guy who fucking in like Nepal that didn't shower for like 60 years. He lived till like he was almost 100. But dog, he was so fucking crusty. It was disgusting.
I guarantee there's no correlation between him, baby.
1,000%. There was people who did a documentary on him, and they said that he smelled so fucking bad they could smell him from like a mile away.
Ugh.
He literally smelled like walking shit.
Ugh.
You didn't know like the original color of his skin because it was just gray from just the dirt. And he said like the reason why he lived long is because he never showered.
Come on, dog. It's one of those. And mind, he's probably just eating fucking vegetables all the time, getting 12 hours of sleep because he don't have a fucking job.
Yeah.
Are you dumb? Like, there's that shit. Cheers.
Oh yes.
Ugh. Cheers. Good old mezcal. It's Madre Mezcal. I enjoy this brand.
Ooh, this is tasty.
Yeah. I also feel like a little tingle in the back of my throat, and I feel like the mezcal is good for it.
Okay, perfect, dude. Thank you for making me sick.
Yeah. You have a newborn baby at home, so it's perfect.
God. Yeah, they had this other guy, this other Asian dude. I think he was like 105. They're always fucking skinny as shit too, by the way. They're like the thinnest things I've ever seen in my life. He smoked every day since he was like a kid.
Yeah.
100 and something years old, and he was building his coffin as he was smoking a cigarette, showing people in a documentary.
Oh, what a G.
He's fucking old, man.
That's crazy.
I don't mind living that long as I can be active and do what I want to do.
Word.
Right? Because he's like building shit. It's like,
Yeah.
fine, I could be old, but if I'm like 70 years old
Yeah.
and I could barely walk, I can't chew steak, fucking kill me now.
Let me ask you this. It's gonna get dark. Let's say you had cancer, right? Mm-hmm. You were like, let's say 70s, okay? And the choice was, let's say you were going through chemo and it was like painful, or they were like, or you could have like, I don't know, 5 more years and live your life without the chemo, or do the chemo and it would suck and you'd be like,
Is it 75 or 70?
75.
I could probably die.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Because I feel like I'm already 10 years past most people's like life expectancy anyways to live a healthy life.
Yeah.
So I think I would be okay with that. Because like, you know what the trippy thing is, and I can't remember the statistic right now, but I put it in my video in Genius Brain, was that people past the age of 65, 90% of the population in the United States has type 2 diabetes, which is fucking crazy, right? And, for most people too, yeah, we can make jokes about diabetes, but diabetes is pretty fucking serious, right?
Yeah.
Like you can go
Is
blind.
it?
Dude, you can go blind, lose your toes, your limbs. It's just a shitty fucking way to live. So you can't manage your insulin level. So type 1 diabetes, you can't produce any insulin.
Okay.
And type 2 diabetes, typically because of like dietary issues, your body can't regulate insulin. And so biggest side effect, you lose, like a friend of mine, he can't feel his toes right now.
At all.
That's how bad his type 2 diabetes got for the rest of his life. Right. And if it got worse, he would have lost his limbs.
God damn.
Diabetes is fucking nuts. 90% of the population past the age of 65 in the United States has type 2 diabetes.
Word?
Yeah, and that's all health related. So
God
that's
dang.
fucking insane.
Fine. I'll stop eating fatty food.
Could you imagine every time you have to eat, you got to take a pill. Every time you have to eat something, you have to put a shot in your stomach, depending on how bad your
The
diabetes
shot's
gets.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, your diabetes has to be really bad for that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because my dad always said, like, he doesn't want to be one of those old dudes that's just like, bedridden, fucking wires and tubes in his nose and shit like that. I think he used to say, just 5 more years. 5 more years on him, but can you shut up, dude? Can you just? I've given you 2 beautiful grandkids. At least now I think he's trying to get his shit together.
I hope so, dude.
Go for walks and shit like that, right? But whenever I go over there to my parents' house, first my mom's like, "Tell your dad he needs to go on more walks," and then she'll lean over quietly, and be like, "And tell him to take a shower every once in a while."
Yo, your dad is at that point now. He just fans on. Tell him to wipe his butt after he poops.
Maybe he heard about that Asian dude you were talking about that stopped bathing and he's living longer.
It's like, look at me. He starts benching like fucking 2 plates. This is from Dookie.
Oh my God.
Dude, Dude, your parents be cracking me up, man. They're like kind of like a sitcom funny couple.
They are George Costanza's parents, dog.
Dude.
Fucking like just ridiculous, you know?
The babe.
The other day I took Beta to my parents' house because she felt like visiting because they have this big pet tiger she likes to play with. But we went to the park nearby. And it was my mom's idea. She's like, hey, let's go to the park. And I was like, all right, cool. There's a little playground there. So me and my dad are pushing Veda on the swing. And I'm like, where's mom? He's like, oh, she's in the shade. So my mom's over there, bro, like fucking like 50 feet away, bro, like in the shady area, just by herself, swinging this little plastic balloon, like doing stretches, like Tai Chi shit. You know, it looked like it anyways. And I showed the video to Chia. Chia was like, your mom just looks like a crazy homeless lady in the corner.
Yo, have you seen Bart's mom?
I've heard this.
Bart's mom is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell the lineage of who Bart is from his mom. And it's so funny because, you know, he would tell these stories of his mom, like, beating his ass.
Oh, God.
And all this other. But the funny thing is, like, his mom doesn't know you're just beating your own ass. That's you. You're just the adult that gets to make the rules.
Right.
So,
because like they're so similar.
So fucking similar. Like, his mom is out here just, like, shaking her ass in the park like this as an exercise, like, wiggling for, like, an hour.
Hilarious.
I'm like, you have fucking ADHD and you don't even know it. It's so insane.
Yeah.
His mom is so fucking funny. When we were in Hawaii, like, she just has like Asperger's. She just says whatever she wants to say. Since the first day that she met me, she always called me handsome. Like I said, old Asian women think I'm very good looking.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like 1950s hot.
Okay.
So she goes every time, David, so handsome. It's so handsome all the time.
Yeah.
She sees Joe. She hasn't seen Joe in a long time. He's swimming in a pool. And she goes, Joe, you're so fat. And then Joe stops, looks at her, and he goes, what the fuck? I'm just chilling. He goes, I'm just chilling. What the fuck, man?
Is that Asperger's or is that just old Asian lady though?
Yeah, I guess, but she screamed it in front of everybody. It's like, that's kind of wild, man.
That's good stuff, man.
It's just so fucking funny. But old people too, I get it too, because as much as I didn't give a fuck when I was younger, I 10 times don't give a fuck now, especially now that I have a kid.
Yeah, bro. You start to think, you realize that, right? You start to think like, are old people just grumpy? Or do you just begin to realize that, like, what is the point? Because you don't care anymore about, like, you know, trying to make people happy, or you don't give a fuck. You give a fuck about less people, too. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to really, like, impress people as much. You're not trying to be friends with everybody. So it's like, maybe it's not that old people are grumpy. They're just like, what the fuck for? You know what I'm saying?
100%, dude. I've been seeing all these videos. My algorithm has picked up this thing where they only show me sad shit all the time. And it's about kids. And
Sad shit that makes you cry?
Yeah. All the time. So I had to like go back to watching a bunch of Down syndrome kids again to rechange my algorithm. So it's like,
That's still my algorithm, man.
yeah, now it's like, I'll go back to that. But there's like there's always these videos of these guys who live past their wives, right? And it's just the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen. And they're on their last leg too. Yeah. Mind you, they've been together for what, 80 something years. It's like my wife just passed away 2 years ago. And they just describe their wife and how much they love them. It's like, damn, dude, that's fucking sad. Like, to live like 60, 70 years with this person, and then one day that person is gone, and now you're just waiting to die.
Ugh.
It's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's this guy who was just like describing how amazing his wife was, but the first thing I think about is like, you also forgot she was probably a bitch. You know? There's times, you know what I mean?
There's gotta be.
But when they pass away, you only remember the good times, which is so insane.
I saw this adorable video of these two old people in a retirement home, and it said they had never been apart from each other for more than like a day or some shit like that.
Crazy.
But the woman had to be taken away for like a week or two because of some procedure she needed to do, some shit like that, right? So they finally fucking wheel her in. The old man is just at the table, like, I don't know, doing whatever old people do, you know what I'm saying? And they wheel her in. He's like, look, man, y'all know I like to be fashionable, but I also like to be comfortable, man. Who has the energy to not be comfortable? You know what I'm saying? That's why I F with Bird Dogs, okay? They got these comfy pants, bro. It's like they look like dress pants, but they're so soft and stretchy, like leisure pants, right? And because they kind of look kind of dressy, I've worn them on nice dates with Chia. I'm talking about, you know, the little black gray ones kind of look like dress pants, but they feel like just some stretchy workout pants. They're great, okay? You can dress them up, you can dress them down. It's lit, all right? They also sent these quarter zip ups that are super soft. I can layer it with other accessories and hoodies because they're thinner, but they're also warm, okay? I love their classic quarter zip. I have a kind of heather gray one. Goes with a bunch of different things. It's lit, okay? For a limited time, our listeners get a free hat with any order when you use code DUDES at birddogs.com. Get the hat completely free when you use code DUDES at birddogs.com, all right? Support our show and let them know we sent you. Oh, come here, my sweet honey, whatever. He was so hyped, bro, because he hadn't seen his wife in a week after not, literally, I don't know, fucking 50 years. They hadn't gone more than a day without seeing each other.
That's what I'm saying. Even like when you get older too, it's like I know certain couples. Like for example, I say certain couples. I mean my parents. It's like when I look at my mom and dad, I think, dude. I look at my dad. I'm like, you better die before our mom, because you're gonna be fucking lonely, dude.
Word.
Yeah, because he's not the social one. Like my dad's best friend is my mom. The person that he talks to is my mom.
Oh shit.
My mom dies before my dad. My dad is lonely because I ain't gonna talk to him.
Bro, the other day, there was one day I was like, me and Chia were talking. I think this was during the pandemic, right? We've been hanging out 24/7, you know what I'm saying? Not working, not doing shit. And we were like, I was like, are we best friends? Are you like my best friend? She was like, ew. Ew. She's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
I was like, ew.
Yeah, like this is what we're doing now.
But yeah, even to this day, man, there'll be times when we kind of sit back and I'm like, wow, I've spent so much time. I've literally been with you every day. And
This is the most time I've ever spent with Mariel.
Yeah, and guess what? You're not sick of each other, or are you?
No, hey, let me tell you this though. I'm like, yeah. No, there's moments though. She and I are very independent of each other. We've always been like that.
Yeah.
So because of that, Mariel and I need time for ourselves.
For sure.
Right. So I have these night times where I run by myself, or I just do morning walks. There was a moment where I kind of realized, and I did it in a story because it just hit me. I was like, I don't have time for myself. Like, I didn't realize that.
What you mean recently because of the baby?
Yeah. So I was like, oh. And then I sat in the parking lot of a Whole Foods for 30 minutes.
Dog?
Because it felt so good.
That's so normal, bro.
Okay.
It's that I've learned that, dog. Because I realized that too, you know, when I was... Well, because, you know, I'm an only child and shit. And not only do I enjoy my alone time, I need my alone time. It's a part of my whole life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, and she is also a very independent girl, but she loves being a mom so much, you know, and I love being a dad, but I think in the first stages, you kind of get to a point where you're like, oh, I miss the normal calmness of just like when I could have my own time, right?
Yeah.
So for sure, there are moments when you kind of just like, you pull back up, you pull in front of the house or some shit after like shooting or filming or something like that, and you're like, all right, before I go back into this house with these babies, I'm just gonna sit here for 10 minutes or like pull over and just like fucking just chill. Or sometimes I'll tell Chia, I'm like, baby, I just need 10 minutes. I'm literally just gonna, I need 10 minutes. And she does too, you know? So, and that's just something, you know, you forget how important it is until it's gone.
Dude, is exactly that. I didn't realize, because before I didn't think I had free time. Now you really don't have free time, right? And it's not like it's begrudgingly. It's just my duty, and I feel that this is what I want to do, but it doesn't change the fact that, fuck, man, sometimes I just want to stare into fucking nothing.
Bro, I had a homegirl. She got into a little thing with her husband. They just had a couple kids, and she found out that like sometimes when he said he was going to the gym, he would just be in his car for like an hour and a half, just like fucking chilling.
Yeah, I get it.
Watching a movie or something. And she's like, what? You don't think I want time to myself to just chill for an hour, right? And it's like, and that's how it is, you know? And it reminded me, I told that story to Chia, and I don't know if you ever watched Knocked Up.
Yes, one of my favorite comedy movies of all time.
Okay, so remember when Paul Rudd, like, he's like, you know, last week, she's like, where were you? Like, his wife thinks that he's cheating. She's like, well, where were you last week when you said you were going to do work at night? He's like, I went to watch Spider-Man by myself. She's like, why? He's like, I wanted to watch Spider-Man. He's like, I like Spider-Man. She's like, I like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't think I want to watch Spider-Man?
He was like, yeah, but I don't want to watch it with you.
And that's the thing, right? I think, you know, fuck, man, having your own alone time is important. You know, and even people that don't normally do that shit, when you all of a sudden have babies, you forget, you know.
And it's so weird because sometimes too, like, I think the thing that guys miss the most is our time to ourselves to bullshit. Sometimes like these girls who are with, you know, their long-term relationships with their partners, what they miss is their time with you alone, away from the baby. So it's like two different alones, right?
Opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was the one that was like, baby, I miss you.
And she's like, dude, stop being gay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Bow, bow, bow. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Because there was a thing, bro, where me and Chia did a reel where it was a clip from another video. It was like a baby.
Where she looked like Frozone?
No, not that one. You like that one?
That shit fucking killed me, dude. She looked like Frozone. I was like, what's up, Mrs. Incredibles? What the fuck is with the eye vest?
Check out my Instagram. You don't know what he's talking about.
Hilarious.
But we did it was a clip from a video of years ago when we only had Veda, and I asked her on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss our lives before Veda, right? Have you seen this? Went kind of viral, and she was like, and I answered first. I was like, honestly, probably like an 8, you know? And that's not because I don't love my life as a father, but
two different things.
Yeah, exactly. I look at it like a relative that you had that died. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, let's say I had an uncle that passed away, and I can look back on my uncle and be like, yo, I miss you so much, but I still don't regret anything about what's going on now. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I look back on our time before children, and of course, I miss that so much. I miss just being able to go to restaurants with you, fucking chill with you, go on vacations with you, just me and you. I miss that. But I love everything about like this.
Yeah, you love your kids. You love all that.
It's great. It fulfills me in a way that I've never been fulfilled before, right? But yeah, do I miss us? Yeah, like an 8. And I was like, how about you? She's like, I don't know, like a 3. And I think she just functions so differently.
She does.
She's so wrapped up in motherhood and loves being a mom so much. She's not even thinking about the past shit, you know? Well, I kind of have to be the one to nudge her a little bit, be like, yo, you know, like when we get dinner randomly sometimes, on the rare occasion, I'm like, this is nice. She's like, this is nice, you know?
That's the hard part too, right? Like, I think that the needs of the relationship are so different. Right, that sometimes I feel like, you know, I just talked to my homeboy about this, right, and I think when you have kids, like, sex is a lot harder, right? So you're timing things out, the mood has to be right. And then I was talking to my homegirl about this, and she's like, yeah, like, he's always nudging, like, he wants to have sex, and yeah, but I don't want to, blah, 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 blah. And basically what I told her was like, hey, listen, you know, you got to find time. What's important to you is the kids, and you love that moment. But then you're going to find a point, too, where you have to find what's important for your guys' relationship needs. Because for him, you got to understand, your husband thinks you're hot still, right? There's going to be a time, like 10 years from now, when you're like, you don't find me attractive anymore, right? But it's like during the times that he did, you didn't take the time to focus on what you guys need as a couple. So it's like, maybe have a conversation with him about that shit. And this was like, dude, like, we haven't had sex in, like, at that point, they said a year and like 2 months.
What?
Yeah. And he was like, it's fucking hard, right?
Dang.
And he was like, to be honest with you, it's like, I'm lusting after other women and all this other shit. It's like, we're not having sex. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. I was like, well, you should probably talk to him about that type of shit.
Yo.
And so she was like, oh yeah. And it's like, if you guys both need to be in the mood, you need to create a scenario where you can be in the mood.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, he's like 3rd place because they have 2 sons. So he's 3rd place. And he's like filling himself up with other hobbies. And then you guys get into fights about like, oh, like, how come you're not doing stuff with me, blah, 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 blah. Well, it's also because he's not getting what he needs from you. And that's the hard part too. It's like, how do you guys get in the mood? And it just sucks for him on his part. It's like, dude, I still love my wife, but she just wants to talk about the kids all day.
Yeah, and as a man, it's a struggle because you don't want to ever feel like you're pressuring your woman. You know what I'm saying?
And that was his situation too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, I'm just like here, just fucking jacking off all day, like just nothing. You know,
a year is crazy.
A year and 2 months.
Whew, that makes me feel like I should be so grateful for Chia. I'm over here like, goddamn, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, year and 2 months.
Oh,
it was a long time. They said they're cool now. You know, they went to like couples therapy after, so they kind of figured it out. But it was kind of just so funny. He was like, "Hey man, you got me head, bro." I was like, "Well, I didn't do anything." It's the couples therapist and everything else like that. Oh, okay, yeah, I did that.
You did that. He leaned back in the middle and was like, "Thank you, David. Thank you, David." So.
He's like, "Nothing, David Shaw."
Genius brain.
Genius brain.
I brought some treats for us for this first episode. My mother, speaking of my mother, brought me my parents, I think they buy like a crate of mangoes from Costco and then they just can't keep up with it. So they always are constantly giving me mad mangoes. So we have, on top they are the crispier mangoes, and on bottom are the softer Thai mangoes. Mm-hmm. So I brought some of these to eat. I also, not only do I have tahine to put on the mangoes that I just bought at the liquor store while I was buying that mezcal.
Chino Mexicano, dude.
But I also, you already know, we've had this before on the podcast, that goes great with that mango.
Had this at his Thanksgiving too, by the way. Woo. It's the thing I was eating the most.
That funky Thai dip. Yes, sir.
Well, I don't know what the fuck is in it. It's so good.
I don't know either, dog. It's just one of those things that,
Sweet,
it stinks,
fishy,
and it's delicious.
It's so fucking good. You could put that on anything.
Yeah. Dog, do you have forks, bro? That would be cool. Oh, well, it's all good. I mean, we'll be ripping and dipping anyways.
Oh, I have food.
Sure, that'll work.
That works.
I mean, yeah. Thanks, man.
Big bag of spoon.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
For sure.
So yeah, bro. Ooh, yeah, that stinks in the best way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to train Veda. She's such a picky eater, bro, right now. But from what the comments have said, that's just normal. You know what I'm saying, for a little 4-year-old.
You want to know something trippy? So studies have been shown for kids and like picky eaters. Mm-hmm. It actually starts with what the mother eats since they were breastfeeding and when they're pregnant.
Really?
So they develop a palate specifically during the breastfeeding phase where breast milk tastes different depending on what you eat. It's like cum, right? So it's the same shit, right? So if you tend to eat more leafy greens, bitter foods, your breast milk is also like that as well.
Okay.
So they get used to that flavor. So studies kind of show, it's kind of new, where if the breast milk is bitter from the dietary needs that you eat, whether it's like veggies or whatever else, they also will have a inclination to eating more bitter foods like vegetables and all this other stuff. So if you only ate like whatever you wanted during the time you were breastfeeding, and it was only like sweets and like fast food or whatever, they adapt to that too. So they will like the sweeter milk.
Interesting.
So because Mariel's breast milk is actually bitter. Because she eats a lot of like fermented vegetables, all this other stuff. So your kid starts developing their palate the moment they have your breast milk.
That's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Well, I can't remember what exactly Chia switched up for the babies, but Q is not a picky eater. Veda is. She had her first piece of pizza the other day because she just like she sees.
What do you mean pizza? She doesn't like pizza?
She has never tried a piece of pizza in her life because she just like is like, ew, I don't want to.
Hey, bitch, you better eat this unhealthy food.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy because we're like, please, just eat the pizza. Yeah. And pizza's like one of the worst things you can eat. You know what I'm saying?
My kale salad and quinoa, please.
She's like, please, why can't we just have like a salad or something? But yeah, she won't eat pizza, bro. Like we had to make. Okay, so I don't know what happened. Somewhere between 2 and 3, she got freaked out by red sauce. Okay. Oh, fire! This batch of this funky dip that my mom made is so good. Okay, so look, it's kind of hard for me to describe what's in this. Dried
shrimp
paste and dried shrimp and like There's onions in here. I do believe there's like maybe garlic.
It's fucking delicious.
There's some spice.
It's spicy.
It's a dip for fruit, okay? And the more bitter the fruit is, the better it tastes with this dip. It's fucking bomb. I don't even know what it's called.
I could eat this just with like a lime wedge if I wanted to. It's so good.
Oh, hell yeah, dog. I eat this with like apples that aren't ripe yet, like mangoes. I think a lot of Southeast Asian, like Lao people, Cambodians do this shit. I don't even know what it's called, but it's bomb.
It's so fucking delicious.
So yeah, Veda will not eat pizza. So just the other day Chia had the idea. She's like, let's make it fun, and bought this dough from Trader Joe's that you can knead out, and instead of red sauce, because Veda all of a sudden got freaked out by red sauce, because she used to love like my dad's spaghetti and Tata, her Chia's dad's spaghetti. All of a sudden she just didn't like red sauce, you know what I'm saying? So she'll only eat pasta with white sauce or mac and cheese. So we bought some Alfredo sauce, put on the pizza dough, put some cheese on there. So we did like a white sauce pizza, which I do like. And Veda for the first time tried a pizza and liked it. But you know, it's just like, you know, we're trying to just figure out how to get her to try new shit.
That's trippy, man. Like,
yeah, bro.
It's so difficult to watch parents go through that, right? When their kids won't eat anything. How fucking frustrating that must be. That's my biggest fear. Like, to be honest with you, out of everything I'm scared of is my kid not eating.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I've seen the battle, right? I've seen the parents like just do the bargaining thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, holy shit, could you just eat the
I know,
food?
and I didn't want to be that parent that was like, eat this and then you'll get some ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like forcing them to eat, because I know what that does. It makes it seem like the food, which is good, is like a punishment that you have to endure to get to the good shit. I didn't want to do that, but sometimes I feel like I gotta do this shit just to make her try it. And mind you, it's worked where it's like, baby girl, just try this little thing for me, and then I'll give you an M&M, right? And then she'll try it, and she'll be like, I'm like, see, you little idiot.
Yeah. Hey, look, and that's the other thing too, man. Like sometimes when I see people who online parent other people's kids, it's like, cool. I'm really glad for you that it worked out, right? And I've always, even before I had a kid, but there's so many variables with children. It's like you can suggest things, but it just might not work for other people, right? Like you don't know what the everyday struggle is for other parents, right? Because I've seen it. They're like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. You don't fucking know what they're going through. Like, it's rough. There was this video. This shit pissed me off. There was this lady who tried to put her kid to sleep. And they only showed this clip, the one that went viral, of her, like, freaking out and screaming at the kid. But the whole video was her putting him back to sleep for, like, a few hours. And she woke up, like, 10 or 12 times. And then finally on the 12th one, she just snapped, right? Because she was losing her mind. She hasn't slept in, like, 8 hours.
Right.
So it's like, oh, but, you know, before that video came out, everybody was fucking ripping into this lady.
Right.
It's like, what do you know? Like, you don't fucking know how hard it is.
You know what? I read the comments, too, on that. I think everybody was ripping into that lady except for moms that had been there.
Exactly.
You know?
And I've seen it, right, myself. And even before that, I'm like, dude, you guys don't know. Because I've dealt with insomnia my whole life. Like, when you cannot get sleep, it feels like you're in a dream every day. Like you're floating around. You don't know what's going on.
Oh, that sounds great.
No, it's not. It's like as drunk as you are on fucking Disneyland. All the time.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah. You just all the time. Biting sweaters. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty bad. And like, we're laughing because this phone is so smashed. like we've seen it so many times. You know what? Fuck that story, dude. This was so fucking drunk at Disneyland, dude. It was so hilarious.
Okay.
And like, it was so funny because, you know, Gabrielle, his assistant, was like, is he really drunk? I was like, in about 10 to 15 minutes, he's going to try spitting some liquid at us. And she's like, what? I'm like, it's going to happen. Just wait. I know his level of drunk. And then you had the water bottle and you're about to do it. And then you stopped. And she goes, oh, you're right. I was like, I've been around this guy more than I've been around my own wife. Like, I know his tendencies.
the gin would have got me there so fast. I think the fact that we were sipping other shit, but also I don't know what was in a lot of those mixed drinks, so it could have been some gin in there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. So look, by the end of the episode, by the time we're on the Ferris wheel, I'm like sobered up, right? And but on the dudes behind the Foodz 2 weeks ago, we bring it up, and you brought up something about the episode, and I'm like, I think I might have been drunk. And now that the episode came out, I was like, oh shit, I'm so drunk.
You were so drunk.
Because I'm watching it back and I'm like, oh, I don't really remember bits and pieces of this.
Empty stomach, you get caffeine and 2 shots of alcohol.
Before we started filming.
Before we started, and you smash back three drinks in 20, 30 minutes.
Well, it was not only, it was 2 shots at the bar, and then it was a espresso martini, so it was like 3 going into before. So yeah, one of the comments was like, all right, no more pre-drinking for Tim before the episode. I was like, oh shit, I'm drunk. You can like see it in my face. And yeah, the fact I didn't know I was biting you that much. I bite people when I bite people I love when I'm drunk.
I'm so used to it, because people were messaging, it's like, isn't that annoying? I was like, it's been like 10 years. Like, if I'm not used to it by now, something's wrong with me,
bro. I think it's not even necessarily people I love. I think it's if I feel positive energy. Because I did one of those drunk cookings with Nadeem, and I don't even know Nadeem like that,
and I don't love him. Nadeem's at help. What? What do you mean?
Nadeem watch this. He's like, he loves me.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I don't know him enough to love him as much as I love you.
But good vibes.
But the whole episode, I was like biting the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So this past episode, you haven't seen it, When Foodie Calls from Disney, I am not only biting you, I'm kissing you. I'm fucking the part. Look at me. Your eyes, dude.
Dude, that shit had me fucking dying, dude. That shit had me dying.
Because it is genuine. That wasn't a bit. If that was drunk Tim, I was like, bro, your eyes are so pretty.
Still trying to fuck me? What the fuck? Yeah, look at me. Look at me. Yo, that shit fucking killed me, dude. And it was so funny too, because like we're doing this and like half the food is bad and terrible. He doesn't even know. He's just so drunk.
No, there was good food.
That was good, but that was probably the most bad food I've had at a Sem Foods episode.
We also ate so much. I remember that. I remember being very full by the end of it. But yeah, we went in. I went hard. Low key, there's a food and wine festival coming up at Disneyland, and I'm like,
oh, and the food looks crazy.
The food looks so good. I'm like, well, shit, I gotta go just as hard. Hey, real quick, while I have your attention watching this episode, I want to awkwardly interrupt this clip to say, Sin Foodz merch has dropped. Son, if you didn't know, Sin Foodz, the mixtape T, Sin Foodz, gang, gang, David So, me, burgers, noodles. Go to dudes with a Z, dudesmerch.com, get you a shirt, and they are thick, bro. I told Ricky Shucks, I was like, yo, give me the thick, good material, because I want this shit to feel nice and last, okay? I realize, yes, the conversion rate internationally to Canada is kind of crazy. I know shipping costs are silly. Trust me, there's nothing we can do about that, all right? So get you a shirt. They're thick. They're dope. I love it. Mine smells good. Get you one.
What up, bitch? I'm Haley Bieber, son. Got my own drink. Bow, I'm over here at Hey Hey in Echo Park, Los Angeles. Thai iced tea because I'm Thai and I'm cool. It's 1 shot of espresso because your boy is sleepy because of these goddamn babies. A little bit of simple syrup because life is sweet, but not too sweet. Wrap it up, blend it up, rub it down. Delicious salted coconut foam all around your walls like sweet jizz in your mouth. Bang. And of course, my balls in your mouth, you gotta suck on my balls. And a nice little kick of spice for the cinnamon stick on the edge. Bang! We calling that the Timothy de la Espresso. Yeah. Pull up to Hey Hey, Echo Park, Los Angeles. Get you one, it's delicious.
Oh, we are going to.
You too?
Well, no, I'm gonna eat normally like how I ate last time, which is good because I didn't feel sick. I didn't do any of that stuff, but I definitely had like a sugar buzz because I ate that chocolate cake in the beginning.
Oh yes, the super sweet one, yeah.
No, it's not sweet at all, dude. It's just decadent. That lady. I have diabetes. Like, no shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's like, I love those moments because you start to slowly realize, especially because of the internet, how woefully unself-aware people are, right? It's like, That's why you have diabetes, fool. Like, you don't fucking know. Like, everybody here's eating it like, yo, this is sweet. They're like, actually, it's not. You're losing your fucking limbs right now, and that's why you got diabetes, bitch.
Poor lady.
She don't know.
She don't know. It's crazy. Her taste buds must be different or something, bro. You know what? I never really stopped to think about that. Because you know how, we all kind of experience life differently. You feel me? What if some people that are diabetic just don't have sweet receptors? You feel me? Like other people do.
I'll tell you this though.
Yeah.
I guarantee you what it is. It's like you eat shitty your whole life. You know, like when we eat such good food all the time, sometimes you don't crave nothing.
Yeah.
It's a version of that. Like for me now, like when I eat food again, and it's fucking delicious now because even like the healthier food that I'm eating now, it tastes good. But when you eat something a little different off the beaten path, dog, food is hitting again.
Cuz, let me tell you this.
Hold on, that threw me off.
one time.
That shit was so fucking red.
I hit a cuz on occasion.
Yeah.
So one time, bro, me and
So LA.
yeah. Me and Chia were in not Amsterdam, but we were in
Flakasuken.
Grondigeren.
Yeah.
For a show. I was performing out there with like Michael Carry-On and like Carissa Ray and a handful of other people, right? Where the fuck were we? It wasn't Amsterdam. It was irrelevant. Anyways, we were out there and they were trying to give us all like the regional shit, so it was a lot of schnitzel, a lot of like deep fried, like sausage and bread. And me and she were like, God, why can't we just have like a salad or something, right? So we found an Italian spot across the street from our hotel, and they had just a super simple like greens, tomato, like oil and vinegar salad.
Delicious.
We ate that shit like we were fucking on Naked and Afraid, dog. Like the taste of that, it was like, oh my God, finally some fresh greens in our system.
That's how I feel sometimes when I'm in Hawaii. Like we were at my friend's wedding and they had a buffet table, and in the beginning of the buffet table is always what? Salad. I think me and Mary were the only one who got salad. I was like shook. Because it's like, and for us too, it's not like they don't have salads on the island, right? Or greens. Yeah. It's just hell expensive. Oh, so you're just going to go eat other shit. Like, why would you, right? Just because produce is really expensive in Hawaii. Like a bunch of green onions is like $3.99, which is fucking green onions, crying out loud. It's like 67 cents here.
No shit.
So like for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat this salad. And it just was like hitting super hard. I'm like, oh my God, the crunchiness of this. I feel light. I feel fresh. It's just, you want something a little different, man. Yeah. I fuck with salad. And I thought, as a fat person, I never thought I would say that shit.
Bro, let me tell you this, man. So I found these leafy greens at Whole Foods. It's a crispy lettuce. It's a pack of crispy lettuce is what it's called, right? And just the texture of this shit makes the salad so yummy to me, all right? And it's at the point now where I can't really eat salad unless it's like these crispy lettuces from Whole Foods. And she was like, God, you're spending so much just to pay for these very specific leaves. But I'm like, bro, I can't do it. I'm paying for health at this point. I'm like, because this shit just makes the salad so good. Just the texture of it. Yeah. And we buy other regular shit. I'm like, Get this bullshit out of here. Like, I don't want to eat this.
Yeah. Look, if I'm gonna eat a salad too, it got to be fucking good. It has to be tasty as shit. And there's ways to make it really good
without making it super unhealthy.
Yeah. Like, first of all, for me too, like because my diet is so different now, like I really do enjoy eating healthier things. I'm not doing keto anymore, but I just manage like the amount of carbs that I eat, and it's fine. Like, so check it out. Like a few days ago, I had sushi for the first time in 2 months.
Dang, son.
My dick was hard all day.
I bet.
Shit was so fucking good. But here's the trip about it. Because I was having sushi and all this rice, there's something that happened that hadn't happened to me in 2 months. I was fucking starving at night. Because I ate all my calories, but I just wasn't satiated. Like, I wasn't full feeling. Oh. And it's because like, I didn't have enough fiber. Right? It's because I've been eating things with a lot of fiber. But for the first time in 2 months, I had night hungers. And I haven't had that in 2 months. And it sucked.
Them shits are crazy.
I'm like, fuck, I'm so hungry, but I already ate my calories that I need for the day and then some.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just because I didn't have like nutritious food. I had tasty food. And that's the biggest difference. Like I was tripping out. I'm like, damn, food really does matter, man.
Bruh, I know I've had a healthy dinner because at 11 p.m. I'm killing a bag of Lay's. I'm like, yo, my guys just had a healthy dinner, which means I am starving at 11.
You know what's trippy? It's like, I still smoke at night when I can't sleep.
Okay.
But the problem with that is that you get these munchies. When I am eating very like filling food that's healthier, when I smoke, I don't get the munchies.
Okay.
I don't have like the craving.
Oh, really?
I'm fine. I just go to sleep. Conversely, before there was this, I was at my friend's house and I got so blasted because I used this thing called a gravity bong.
Okay.
And I don't know what gravity bongs are. I'm not an avid smoker like that. So if you guys who are smokers, you guys already know you know the rest of the story. I was so fucked up. I couldn't feel my face and my shoulders.
Like that?
Yeah, it was that bad. Then there was a family-sized bag of Dorito chips that they hadn't eaten.
Okay.
Right? I ate the whole bag.
Yeah.
Family size.
Yeah, bro.
By my fucking self.
Dog, that's like 20s, in our 20s shit.
Yeah.
College shit. Because that family size salt and vinegar Lay's, bruh.
Done.
Living by myself, I used to kill that motherfucker at like midnight and feel ashamed of myself.
You wake up, face all fat as fucking bloated as shit because you just ate 10 pounds of salt. And you know you're not working out after. You know what I mean? You ain't sweating it out. It's just staying in your body.
Potatoes are vegetables. It's healthy. It's like a salad.
You sound like me, dude. Nice try. Potato chips are so fucking good, dog. Okay, top 3 potato chips. Let's go.
Yo, we did this on No Chaser a couple weeks ago. We haven't dropped the episode yet. But I'll tell you right now. For me,
Detto.
check this out. And forgive me if this is different than what I say on No Chaser. But number 3, I'm going... It's a Cheeto special flavor. It's their jalapeno cheddar.
You fat fuck. That's such a good chip, dude.
It's my shit.
This shit is so salty and delicious.
Oh,
you're such a fucking fat ass.
I have a story about that too. Jalapeno cheddar is so good. The green bag. Bomb. Okay. Number 2 for me. Shit, man. Oh, wow. Okay, a couple things came to mind. I'm either going... I'm gonna have to make a decision, but I'm either going cheddar and sour cream Ruffles.
That's what on my
So-
dude, dog. That shit's so fucking good.
So good. Or that's what I did on No Chaser. I'm going international. They got a spicy ketchup in Canada.
Oh, that's so. Chia got me a bag of those. That's
Yes.
so addictive.
Yes, I do believe it's Miss Vicky's spicy ketchup. Fire. Okay, and as my number 4, I'm going cheddar.
You can
and
go
sour
4
cream.
too.
Okay, cheddar and sour cream Ruffles is my number 4. And then my number 1, my baby, I called it out. Lay's salt and vinegar is always my baby. It's my shit.
It's you know what's so trippy too? Mine was that kettle cooked salt and vinegar for the longest time, right?
Okay.
But if I had to do 3 and I had to replace that, it's the dill pickle kettle cooked that Chia got me out in Canada. That beats the salt and vinegar for me. So if I had to put 3 and I had to have one of those, I'm doing the dill pickle kettle cooked from fucking Canada.
Yeah.
That's number 1 of all time.
Oh, damn, son.
And it beat my sour cream and cheddar.
Oh, shit.
Because that has been number 1 for my whole fucking life.
It's so good.
I don't know what it is about that fucking chip. It's like funky, it's cheesy, it's a little sour. It has everything that I fucking enjoy. Those are my top 2. The number 3 is a weird one for me. It was between 2 chips.
Okay.
It was either the Snyder's Pretzel Honey Mustard Bites.
Okay.
That was introduced to me by Bart Kwan.
Okay. Not
Like,
mad.
That Bart literally said, "Would you rather have sex with your wife or the Snyder's Honey Mustard?" He says, "I might choose the Snyder's Honey Mustard." So it's either between that, the Snyder's Honey Mustard, or if we go for Snyder's Honey Mustard and the Fritos, the twist, the chili
ones.
the
Yes.
twist. So those
Okay.
are my top 4. I could fucking, if somebody says sex with your wife or you never eat any 4 of those chips, hey man, I'm jacking off. I'm jacking off for the
Not doing either.
I'm not-
Oh, you're jacking off and eating the chips.
No, fuck, I'll get rid of both of them. I'll fucking no.
Look, mijo, mírame. Mijo.
Mírame.
If we talk about the cheddar and sour cream ruffles, have you had the ruffles queso?
Dude. Yo. So that might be a more flavorful version of that.
Yes.
But so I'm in between those two because sometimes that's too much flip. The other one is a little more subdued.
I feel you. The queso is like, oh, this is queso.
When you open it up, it smells like shit.
Yeah, the best. The best cheesy shit, yes.
Mariel would hate it. She would be like, did you open those chips again? I'm like, yup.
Does Mariel still have any lasting things that make her nauseous from her pregnancy?
For a while, it's not that it makes her nauseous. She's like pretty much good off eating it, right? So she had this weird phase where she only wanted milk.
Okay.
She's good off of milk right now.
Oh, word.
She drank so much milk in the first month to the point where we went to Korea. She goes, I love Korean milk. She ate 2 yogurts and 3 milks and she threw up.
Oh, God.
I was like, first of all, who drinks 3 cartons of milk?
This is in Korea?
Yeah, I was like, are you nuts? She goes, oh, it's the pregnancy sickness. I was like, no, it's because you drank 3 cartons of milk and you had 2 yogurts. Anybody would throw up, you fucking crazy person. She goes, the baby wants what it wants. I'm like, good God.
Yeah. To this day, I don't know if we brought this up already, but to this day, I can't cook bacon in the house. I know.
It's one of the best smells on earth.
I love waking up to the smell of bacon frying, dog, and I want my children to experience this, all right? But when she was pregnant with the first baby, before we even told anybody, we were doing an episode of Send Foodz from the crib during the pandemic, and the chef had brought over it was a big old fucking pork something, ribs or some shit, and the smell of it grossed Chia out. She was upstairs. It was nauseous from that shit.
Oh my God.
To this day, if I'm cooking up any type of pork, ribs, fucking bacon in the house, she wants to puke.
That's crazy. Bacon is one of the best smells on fucking earth, dog.
I know.
There's a few things that you could cook in the house that'll trick somebody that you know how to cook. It's bacon, garlic, and onions.
Garlic and onions in the pan by itself.
They're like, what you cooking? It's
Yeah.
Literally,
Ooh.
I just put garlic and onions in the pan.
What's the recipe, bro? Someone's cooking up someone is chefing right now.
I get so mad sometimes. You know what's so funny? Out of all the people who are the most snobby about their cuisine is Italian people.
Okay.
They don't ever want you to fuck with anything, right? I don't know how many times I read in a comment where somebody's like, you don't put garlic in there. You don't put garlic in there. It's like, listen, are you eating it? I'm eating it, bitch.
Yeah.
Unless it goes into your mouth and is shitting out of your fucking ass, who cares?
Yeah.
Right? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
American people put garlic in their fucking Italian shit, right? We understand that it's regional. We get it, right? But you want to know some trippy shit? Because I'm a foodie guy, I talk to a lot of people that cook food. You know what the old Italian folks say? They go, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
They goes, we only cook with stuff that was available. There is no set recipe. There's stuff that how people normally do it. But if I don't got it in the kitchen, I don't fucking use it.
And why wouldn't you put garlic in everything? It's so good.
I get it.
People got mad at me one time. I was on live. I was making some fucking noodles for Veda, and I was boiling some. I was about to boil some spaghetti, and I'm and I knew they were gonna get mad at me, but I fucking broke my spaghetti in half.
It's a baby.
I threw it, and they were like, Tim, don't break the spaghetti. I'm like, this is a child? I'm making them smaller noodles for my 4-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
are you talking about? Also, too, you want to know something trippy? The longer noodle doesn't change the flavor of the dish.
Yeah, they say it's supposed to just bend on its own in the pot and shit, but I'm like, guys, who cares, guys?
Yeah, and it's not like he's over here giving you a tutorial on how to make authentic Italian food.
Right.
Let him fucking do whatever he wants. My only issue is when people do tutorials about traditional food, and it's not. It's you ain't got to do that.
Yeah.
Just fucking make good food.
It is what it is.
You know what I mean? It's this is how you make this. It's not. You shouldn't say that. Just fucking do it however you make it. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing. It's I don't like that type of shit.
I know.
Because sometimes that recipe is fucked up and don't taste good. And then people are like, oh, Thai food is trash. It's well, they didn't make it right. You know what I mean? It's you didn't do it right, bruh.
Well, did you like my mom's funky fruit dip?
I would eat that whole thing alone.
Yeah.
I'll put that shit on the slipper. It'll taste good.
Speaking of garlic, I had some some Hainan chicken rice that my mom made recently, and her sauce is so garlicky, so yummy. And I got Beta out from her nap, and I was giving her a kiss. She's like, "Daddy, no!" I was like, "What?" She's like, "Your breath, brush your teeth." I was like, "Baby girl, this is yummy sauce. This is not morning breath, all right?
I'd be like, hey, you know what? Your breath stinks every day too. I don't say shit.
I love her so much.
Just fart in her face next time, dude. You want to smell something bad?
She's like, Yaya's cooking?
Yeah.
Yaya's cooking more garlic?
It's cooking again. It's like, nope, baby, I just farted.
All right, y'all. Well, hey, thanks for watching. Get your Send Foodz t-shirts. Send Foodz, bang, bang. The mixtape tee. Make sure you get one. Dudesmerch.com. Dudes with a Z, merch.com. Thank y'all for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods. We are in this... don't worry about it. We're in a different room. You know that. All right, guys. Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food. Dudes.